Ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Atlanta. Group 2, JJ, starting off, ball number 1. This is the round of 64. 8 men have advanced already today to the round of 32. This is Group 2. 64 men hit today. There is 4 total groups. It's a round robin of 16 hitters. Mr. Schmuck might have slipped there. I can say that is the shortest drive of the tournament, Mr. Schmuck. I will try to get that for the long drivers page if I can get that video, because that one's going to be posted for sure. But Schmuck had a good start to his tournament on Wednesday. It is a little wet. It rained earlier today, last night. There's some moisture on the turf, but didn't really see anybody slip in the first group of hitters. JJ off to a great start at 378. The last set was interesting, or it was Bryce Verplank was on the ropes and was on the outside looking in on ball number 5, went 389 yards to hit the longest drive of the entire group. And like I said, JJ, I don't know if he tweaked something right there. He just blocked that one really far right. Take a look at Justin.
We got a 390.
Yeah. Oh, there was a 390. Oh, yeah, Sam Antanasio on his 5th ball went 390. So, yeah, that was the longest drive. Antanasio went 390, and so did, Bryce Verplank went 389.
I rounded.
We need to get Alexis's microphone on, because she just said the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, and no one got to hear it.
And then that was it. Oh,
there
dang.
it is. Yeah, unbelievable.
Don't even know what I said, so I can't repeat it.
I'm going to need to hit the reset button because I'm going to cry.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Bottle number 6 for water right now.
This guy's going at it.
JJ, just as we've used the term all year, on autopilot. The kid is such a stud. He's so controlled. He knows how to, play the game.
Without a doubt.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. And he is lightly jogging a 4-minute mile.
He is a full marathon runner right there, probably a triathlon.
You missed Schmuck's drive. You hit it about 4 feet. It was impressive, though.
Man, Justin James.
There should be a bonus for that. JJ with a 401 rocket. He's got now the 2 longest drives of the tournament. Cody Billinghurst did go 401 twice. But Henry Woodman, 371. Jeff Schmuck, 364. Drew Cody, 338. He talked about being, moisture on the surface.
Yeah.
Haven't seen too many slips as of yet.
Thankfully. That's always hard to watch. Definitely something that just comes with the game and happens. But
James Tate's in slot 4. Talked to him right before he stepped onto the tee box.
he looked so good the other day.
He said he's going to go to a 4X Fujikura Flywire to start off. He's like, he felt like he was hitting it dead straight. So he's got a couple setups there. That's he's got the TPT and the old school Flywire from Fujikura that he's been extremely successful with. That's the shaft that he had multiple TV appearances with back in 2019. So Tate making his U.S. debut on Wednesday, and he looked
strong.
good.
He looks very strong, very composed.
He was consistently the fastest guy, like him and Kyle, Justin. He was sitting around 222 to 225. So curious to see what the ball speed numbers will be with a heavier setup and, more stout setup, a 4X. So Tate OB on his first couple balls. I mean, he looked really good with that TPT shaft, though. He really did. But that's the thing. You go on the range, and you go with what works. And right there, that 218
looks like
ball
it works. Look at that.
Works.
We got a little finger point right there.
Triple T. And look at Sam Judah in slot number 1, starting off with a 373 turbo draw for 5 days. Hashtag. So.
Hashtag. I love it. And honestly, even if he brings out that cut, it's still going to perform very well out here because we've seen a lot of high cuts that just keep going for days.
Tate with the 374 ball takes the lead. There you go. I like seeing him climb that ladder just a little bit. He might have gone to a different setup, and that might be his strategy, very similar to like Brandon Flynn. I'm going to go to a 4X setup. I'm going to try to find the grid with a nice golf ball, and then I'm going to go with the setup that I know that I'm faster with. And, that's just James Tate being a veteran. I know that you haven't seen him.
389. Scott Littlefield had a little bit of a slip there.
Yeah.
But he is on the board.
Scott Littlefield, Travis Aiken as well. But, yeah, that's it's a veteran move from James. I know that you guys haven't seen him all year on the telecast, but he is a pro's pro.
Yeah.
And
those that know him know he's a threat out
really
here.
Good hitter. And, I wonder if he'll take that approach throughout the entire, set. Is like, I'm going to go with the fly wire to start off, and then I'm going to go to the TPT, a little bit softer of a setup. And it looks like his dispersion's really tight as well with a much softer setup. And we talked about, just the strain on the body when you're swinging a 4X shaft. Tate, 392. He is picking up where he left off on Wednesday with very impressive start to day 2.
Hitting it a little bit further at 379. But James Tate just keeps climbing.
Look at Sam here. Boom. But, yeah, Sam, ball speed's down just a little bit, but he looked really good at 210 on Wednesday. But 379, 77 from Littlefield. Travis Aiken, 358. And James, Triple T, 392. James Tate with the longest drive on day 2 so far.
Yep.
Justin James just went 4-1.
But
4-1.
He's not far behind at 392. All right. We'll be back right after this.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
I mean, this group here is just stacked. We got Justin James, James Tate, Sam Judah, Scott Littlefield. We're right now in this set, Brandon Flynn and Will Hogue, Ryan Winter, and Patrick Rehrer, all who have made big names for themselves. It's a stacked grouping right here.
Ryan Winter, the 2012 world champion in slot number 4. Will Hogue, Chief Thunder Will.
Thunder.
Fire Marshal Will Hogue. Will looked great. He was at like 210, just nice and smooth.
He did look really good, and the sun's starting to peek out there on the right.
He made a TV appearance in Kingsport, Tennessee a couple months back.
Where he belongs.
Absolutely. He's always on TV. 2018, I think he was on every single televised event. Will Hogue. This one's down the right side. Not sure if this one's going to stay in, but it's close.
Looks like it's going to fall just a little bit.
If that one's in play, that's going to be a big number from Will Hogue. Brandon Flynn OB on this first couple. And now he's going to go to a different setup. Will Hogue's ball did stay in play, but wasn't as far as expected.
I like this move by Brandon Flynn. He's switching to that TPT, but he stick to his game plan. Sometimes when you miss those first 3 balls with that gamer, so to speak, for Long Drive Club, you want to stick with it, but he's switching.
Well, what's impressive, and you look at the last set with James Tate, to go from like a 4X to like a super senior flex. And
keep it in play.
And he went longer.
Fast transition. Will Hogue right down the middle. That's going to fall a little left, but be in play.
Good shot here from Will.
That's going to be a big number.
Patrick Rehrer, I like this ball from Rehrer too. Ball number 5. It's going to be close to that right line there, 361.
It's always tough when you're just barely missing it. Like,
Yep.
Brandon Flynn's barely missing it.
I'm waiting for Will to wave. He likes it. Will Hogues likes his last ball. 211, 2,900 spin, right at 140 club speed.
Wind shifted. It's not so much downwind. Little kind of right to left. You kind of drop it out of the sky there.
Brandon Flynn with a recoil at 212. Fist
that
pump
little
from Will.
hole post.
Brandon Flynn likes it. This one's in. I'm going to say Brandon Flynn's last ball is going to be past 370. I got to be right on that one. 374. I'm going to say 374 Brandon Flynn.
Drum roll, please. 370. 382.
No, 74. 370 tie.
tie. They're going to measure this one. If you're just joining us, we are in a round robin, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. First place gets 200, second place 100, third 50, and fourth place 25. If you have an OB set, you take 0. You will hear us say this a bajillion times, that it is so important to make sure that you don't have an OB set. It's okay. If you do, you can still win-win and potentially make it through, but every point counts. It matters a lot out here.
Yeah, I mean, you looked at Bryce for Plank. He was up against Jack Smith, Mark Costello. Who else was on the tee with him? I mean, it was ridiculous.
Jack Smith, Mark Costello.
Someone else had a win. Who else has won this year?
Bryce.
Zach Colton. What am I talking about?
Zach Colton, yep.
I mean, that could have been a Final Four right there. OB sets they're tough, and especially later on in the tournament, because you're going to see the ball speed jump.
Climb.
Right now we're starting to see a lot more 210s. I mean, you're still seeing a couple 200s, 205s, but yeah, 220, 225. The speeds will just keep climbing and climbing as the days go on.
Without a doubt, and this is a pretty strong group as well.
Yep, Colton Casto looked awesome on Wednesday. His first 3 sets, he sat right at 214, 215 ball speed. He has plenty of gas in the tank to go 222 to 225, similar to what JJ did. But if Casto can just do exactly what he did on Wednesday, his first 3 sets, he will cruise easily into the round of 32.
Those last 2 sets, he went to go change his shoes to figure out if a new shoe would work. And
yep, 218.
He didn't like it, but he doesn't have those shoes on right now because he's out the gate at 218.
So Aaron Lenny in slot 4, he was in my group. I didn't get to see him, but I heard it. He could move it. Good hitter, like a 210, 211 guy. Take a peek at Aaron Lenny here. He's got a ball in play currently, 352. Casto's OB left.
Oh, Victor,
206. It's a nice
like
ball
it
there from him. And Victor's been a guy that's got progressively better as the season has gone on, giving himself better chances to get into these top 16s. Aaron Lenny in play at 365.
He's feeling the grid right now.
Casto's ball is going to be OB left. Victor Bourget's second ball was OB. It looked good.
We don't have a number for AJ yet.
AJ Katucci in slot number 3. He is OB left.
All right, we're a little bit more than halfway through. And we've got some guys that are still looking for a number. AJ Katucci, we still don't see a number for that second ball, so that means it's somewhere out there.
Ball number 5 for Mr. Katucci here in slot number 3.
There we go.
He's at 341, so he's got a number. Casto still doesn't have one on the board as of yet, or Victor Bourget. Bourget's OB left. Casto with a 215.9 ball. This one's right down the middle based off of what we see on Flight Scope. This one looks like it's in play.
It does.
And it stayed in the air for a really, really long time, and that's normally a good sign.
That's going to be a big ball if it's in play.
380.
Yep, we've got a yell.
373, okay. And you're looking at the flags right now. They are just a little right to left, or left to right. No, right to left.
Oh, man.
Right to left.
I don't know if he slipped on that front foot, but he kind of pulled that really hard.
OB set from Victor Bourget. Katucci's last ball is an infield fly, but it looks like it's going to get over the creek. We've only had like 3 or 4 balls in the water so far.
We had one today.
I don't remember who hit it. So.
Look at all the flags there.
There we go.
Representing all the countries for this world tour.
Japan showed up and showed out too.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They're showing out in fashion and distance.
You got Tomohiro Toyonaga, Taiga Dezawa, Ryota Masumi. They're in. You'll see them later today. Hong Zin from South Korea.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
The longest hitters in the world are in Atlanta for a shot at the world title. Watch the World Long Drive Championship, October 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
What a soothing voice from Tyson. Tyson's interviewing everybody. So he's got that nice soothing voice. And yeah.
He makes you feel at home.
Yep.
Look at the clubhouse there at Bobby Jones Golf Course.
Yep. That's where
We're
he's
here
at.
on the 9th hole.
Let's take a peek.
All right.
She's doing really good at these reads right now.
Oh, this one's a good
Ooh.
one. We have some pretty refreshing news coming to you from Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's called Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so you know it's always going to have a refreshing, superior taste. Plus, it's only 90 calories and has 0 added sugar. This might just be their most refreshing seltzer yet. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer Essential Collection. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Only way to enjoy it
is responsibly. Oh, wow. You got to do it responsibly. And we have been pounding these all day.
Responsibly.
Just as long as it doesn't have caffeine in it from my Dr. Charles class.
Oh, is that the word?
Yeah.
No caffeine.
I don't think I haven't had either an energy drink or coffee in like 4 years. So I am taking the words of Dr. Charles
Out
to
the gate.
just crush water.
Will Hogue, 365, and I can't see where this one's direction. This one might be hanging on right down the left side. We'll see if that one's in play by Will Hogue.
After the first set, Justin James Tate and Colton Castro win. Brandon Flynn and Will Hogue tied for first, so they have 150 points apiece. Sam Judah it's not even Sam Judah. We got to think of a different name for him. I mean, that's not Sam. So he said he still hasn't sold his tickets to the Alabama game yet, but I'm liking this swing from him. You know, he's a different animal. He's in the lead currently at 371. Hogue's at 65.
He's switching out the clubs here from Jam Suda.
Aaron Linney. I like Aaron Linney's swing right here. Nice swing.
Oh, that's
got
a really
great
good
move.
ball too.
Drew Cody.
I want Drew Cody to just kind of slow down and sequence up a little bit.
Former pro ball player. Got up to AAA. It's the best. Like when people's like, you played pro ball, would you get AAA? It's like, there's like 7 levels of the minor leagues. Now it's probably less. You got, Dominican, Venezuelan leagues. Then you have rookie ball, advanced rookie ball, low A, high A, AA, AAA. So there's like,
oh wow,
yeah, like people didn't realize that. Now they've
what
cut
are
it back
what are
a
the
little
Savannah Bananas?
Just a independent like pro
I
like
love
whatever.
them.
Yeah, they don't have an affiliation with a Major League Baseball team.
I think they're affiliated with one, but they're not called the Savannah Bananas, right?
They used to be the Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
So we used to play with Savannah Sand Gnats. So
Sand
Gnats. So yeah, I pitched. It was 2000. Pitched against those guys. Oh no, that was the Augusta Blue Jackets. No, it is Augusta Green Jackets. Yeah, Savannah Gnats.
That's funny.
So,
Sam Judah taking the win as of right now at 373. We're waiting for these to be underlined.
How about Aaron Linney just putting on a clinic though, 5 for 6 in play. But Sam Judah, wow, 373, 373, and 371. Hogue is at 71. Drew Cody 329. Struggling
That's so
just a tad.
close every single time. They are in a yard of each other.
Yep.
Aaron Linney showing up and showing out. He says, I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long time.
See where AJ Katucci's from?
The
Pinehurst.
one and only Pinehurst. Full-time pastor.
That's what I'm talking about. A full-time pastor at his local church in Pinehurst. He won the Amateur Long Drive National Championships in 2022.
Only about a year ago.
Yep.
We got Brandon Flynn. One to look at, but another person that has been very consistent and has a lot of just grit. Scott Littlefield. We're zooming in on him. Look at that big breath. He's getting ready. Locked in, zoned in.
You know, he's like, he kind of reminds me, you know, like Bud Widener reminds me of Scott Littlefield. Scott Littlefield's been around long enough, but like those guys just grind out tournaments. They hit a lot of balls in play, and they don't beat themselves.
Yeah.
You know? And we will say it for the 300 millionth time. If you get to heads up where it's single elimination, anybody can win. And Scott has put himself in positions multiple times this year to get to that spot to win a tournament, and he's been close a couple times this year. Because he isn't a guy that you're going to see 215, 220. You'll see him 206 to 208. I know that he could run it up faster than that, but he is extremely efficient hitting a golf ball with a driver. Scott Littlefield in 1, Brandon Flynn in 2, Henry Woodman in 3, and AJ Katucci in 4. The sun is starting to creep out. You can feel it here in the booth. It's a little bit warmer. Brandon Flynn in slot number 2.
Henry Woodman out the gate at 371.
Yeah, it's a home game for Mr. Flynn. He lives about 25 minutes from here. So he gets to sleep in his own bed, which helps. He's going right away to switch clubs.
All right, after this set, I wanted to see him start off with that TPT.
Henry Woodman, tall dude. Good lines here, very similar to like a Seb Twiddell minus the, you know, the double pump.
Ooh.
Littlefield.
I like that one by Brandon Flynn.
I like this one from Littlefield too.
Look, that ball has no movement on it by Brandon Flynn.
Yep.
The line is within the line. We'll see what number that comes back as.
Drum roll. Littlefield's ball's OB. Flynn stepping on the gas. I do like that setup better for him. He is significantly quicker with that driver. Driver number 2. And it looks like his dispersion is tight as well.
We're still waiting for those numbers. 387. There you go.
AJ Katucci, that's a good ball from him. Nice little cut.
That is a really good ball.
Flynn, 87, yes.
Littlefield looking to still put one in the grid.
I hope to God I didn't jinx him. There we go. There's a 209 ball from Littlefield. That one's turning back, and that's a good ball right there. That's going to be a big number. Really is. I mean, we were getting some monster drives out of slot number 1 today. Big drives. Taking a peek at his face. Definitely don't want any moisture on the driver. You can get some weird ball flight because we do not have grooves on the clubs. We have them like laser engraved, laser etched, not engraved. It's like a light little laser.
The last ball looked in from Scott Littlefield. We'll see if that stays. And if it grows any legs to be further than AJ Katucci. But right now, Brandon Flynn with the win at 387.
That'll put him at 350 points, or yeah, 350 after 2 sets. We're not used to saying that after 2 sets. So he's got 2 wins, but he's tied for first.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
That is going to be close.
Oh, what a final.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go, the drum roll. I'm going to go introduce the winner. Colton Casto takes it down at 380.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a drive of 380 yards, Colton Casto, your WLD Memphis champion.
Oh, it was great. I couldn't even describe it, man. It was incredible. I mean, I won a little over a year and a half ago in Oklahoma, and I beat Justin in the finals there too, but didn't really compare to this one. It's World Long Drive. That was something looked like a smaller event, and this is just icing on the cake, I guess.
Yeah, I was really happy to see Colton win. You know, it's amazing to see his transformation over the last 6 years. He went from not even qualifying to the World Championship to being an elite hitter in the sport. So kudos to Colton. He's worked his butt off, and kudos to Bobby as well for kind of guiding him along the way.
We're going to try to get Mark Costello here in the booth. Costello advanced.
Let him tell us about
Number
that first
6
round that he had. Break it down for us, what was going on in his mind.
Yeah, he's going to be one of the guys that uses a heavier setup. A lot of them, like we talked about James Tate, who you'll see here in slot number 3, is going to go to a 4X setup just to try to put some balls in play right away because he's plenty fast enough. All right, we got Colton Casto in 2. We got Jeff Schmuck in 1, and then Patrick Rehrer. Looks like Reber's first ball is going to be in play, miss hit for him, but it's going to be a number.
Casto still just trying to figure out that one little movement. I always loved Jeff Schmuck's rally hat.
Oh, yeah. You heard a yell from the crowd. Tate just takes the driver and is like, you know what, I'm going to go to a different setup. So Patrick Rehrer in the lead at 355. Tate without a number on the board. Taking his time here on ball number 3. Schmuck hits his third ball. Looks like this one should be in play.
Yeah, it's a good one by Schmuck.
All right, you got Castro down the left side and Tate down the right side. Tate's ball stayed in the air for a while. Tate's at 398. Mr. James Tate is looking good. It's funny. I mean, that was a good poker move from James Tate. He takes his his driver that we thought he didn't even hit it good, and he just tosses it. It goes 398. So we were talking about Tate.
Yeah.
He's got the Flywire 4X to start off, and you're like you and him like that I know of are really like the only ones that are using a heavier setup.
Yeah.
So we're with Mark Costello, who's made it to the round of 32. But like, what's your strategy like with your clubs? Why do you like hitting a heavier setup?
Yeah, the heavier one, I feel like, you know, obviously we're trying to hit it perfect every time, but on the miss hits, I feel like the ball is still going to carry a little bit further with that extra mass behind it. So I just feel like you get that extra stability with it. I don't feel overly tired swinging it either, so I think the way I load the club as well, it just kind of helps with that heavier setup.
For sure. What was going through your mind through that first round today?
I felt really good, so that's where I think I'm still quite angry about those 2 OB sets.
Yeah,
those were a bit unexpected.
It's tough, like when you get first 2 wins.
Yeah.
And it's on like a platter for you in slot, and then the third set, and then it's kind of like just
mentally
exactly.
messes with your mind.
I know, and I tried really hard to stay mentally in it the whole time, and I felt like I still did that, but you just weren't stop squaring it up at a certain point. I also feel like the higher you hit it, the more the wind is affecting it.
Yeah.
I think it was pushing a lot of balls out left, and I had a left miss kind of.
Well, that was an impressive it was you and Verplank.
Yeah.
And said we've been watching drives all. Who were you up against in the final?
Jack
Smith.
Yeah. Colton.
Yeah, and Colton. I mean, you guys, Zach Colton. I mean, the 4 of you could literally be. That could have been a Final 4 right there.
I know. Yeah.
It was a crazy.
It's fun
hitting
in those final sets like that. It's pretty cool.
So, but yeah, I mean, Bryce needed to step up, and he ended up going 389 to win.
What
because if he tied, he would have had 3 guys tied, and two guys would have made it. But it would have been a big playoff. But that was a huge drive for him.
I know it makes life very stressful only being in those situations, especially in that last set when you're in the top 4 and
y'all are all family.
I know. Well, that's exactly.
So then it's even harder. Are you guys traveling together?
Well, not with Bryce. He's staying with I think with his mom, with me, Sam, Vic, media guys, with Martin's team. We're all staying in the Airbnb together, which is fun.
Sam doesn't even look like the same person. It's hilarious.
Oh,
he's going like 210 with that draw.
It's so beautiful. Isn't it?
He's just
Pepper
so
in the
smooth
grid.
with it. I love it.
I know.
Did you teach him that?
Well, I'd like to think I had a hand in it, but we just got to keep adding speed to it. But I think right now, for what he's at, he can be like this for a while throughout the weekend.
Very competitive with it, which is crazy because I mean, he does that cut. He has tons of speed, but like he was saying earlier, he came in the booth and was just like, I'm not getting the distance that I want with it.
Well, like that inside path, you're just going to catch it a little bit better, a little bit more square in the face, and I think the speed will maintain a little bit better.
Say talking about professional athlete and Justin James in slot number 2. I mean, you had a career at the University of Oklahoma. Brag about yourself.
Yeah, a little bit of a career throwing javelin at Oklahoma. Throwing javelin brings up a lot of back injuries, which I experience a lot. So it's such an unnatural throwing motion. But it was fun for a while. But that kind of training, I think, translates really well over here. You know, all the
how does
baseball.
How does it translate?
Yeah.
How does it translate? Because I know you guys have to the rotation, everything. It's so different, and everyone says golf has such an awkward movement. But I think javelin has to be one of them. My roommate in college threw at TCU. I know that has to be.
It's very awkward, but I have a more rotational swing than some of the other people who are trying to do the vertical forces, and I think that's where it comes from that, and just learning how to stick into your left side, that keep it kind of like a strong left leg as you're coming through the ball. That's something JJ does an incredible job of.
Well,
really
put it
good.
this way: if you win the World Championships, you would be the second javelin
I know,
thrower to
right?
win it with Carl Walter.
I know. I
Two,
remember watching
World Championships.
Carl when I was growing up, and I'd always thought of that. Another Pennsylvania guy. It was pretty cool.
Javelin does a lot on your knees too, huh?
Every part of the shoulders.
It's such
elbows.
an incredible sport. Literally, I love watching that
in
the Olympics.
It's one of those sports where you have to start throwing like when you're 4 or 5 years old to like get those motor patterns in really early. And
when did you start?
Not that young.
Okay.
It's my sophomore year of high school.
I'm with my son. He's working on it right now.
Yeah.
It's just the inside right hip and the inside left foot, like when he lands, like just sequencing that up, because I can feel like it's like the same with swinging a baseball bat or swinging a golf club or throwing or playing tennis. Like the motions are very similar, and he's starting to figure it out.
I think the most important thing you do when you're younger is get the speed going early. You're going to figure out how to hit it straight or throw it straight as you get older, but the quick twitch muscles can be developed pretty early.
Guys are struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, we got 2 world champions on the tee box right now with Justin James and Ryan Winter. Winter's OB right on his ball 5. This one might stay in play from JJ, 224. That's a bomb. If that one stays in play, that's going to be a humongous number.
And as we talked, the grid kind of ever slightly gets a little bit larger the further that you go.
Yeah, that one, I felt like there were some balls on the lines that I felt were staying in. I don't know if because of the rain overnight was kind of keeping it a little bit softer, and that was helpful. Looks like JJ's went out on that 5th one.
Wow.
It's crazy. That's why I just put balls in play. I mean, Victor Bourget is literally, he's at 0 points. Now he's going to get a 200-point win.
After an OB, after an OB set.
Okay, we got one other.
Travis Aiken got in on that last ball.
But those OB sets. This JJ won that first set, and he followed up with an OB. It's like having 2 seconds, but mentally it's infuriating.
Now that you have the round of 16 being a round robin, do you like that format better or the heads-up match?
Personally, I think unfortunately, and something I'm trying to work on obviously is get better in the head-to-heads, but career-wise, it's not been my best. So,
I love it. I love that you guys are going. That's going to be so much fun.
I think it's a lot more fun to watch too,
for sure,
with everyone on there. But selfishly, I like the round robin a lot more.
All right, so I have to ask, what are you listening to? Like, take us through your warm-up routine. What's playing in the ears?
Yeah,
what do you have on the bag?
I haven't had too much earbuds, and I'm not really trying to practice or warm up with any machines, either no quad or anything.
Okay.
Because when you get on the tee box, you have to rely on the ball flight in your eye. So I try really hard to warm up like that too, and just feel my swing. You have to feel if you're coming too far inside or if your takeaway isn't good. So that's kind of what I want to mimic when you get on the tee box. So. Maybe some rap here and there or some, but just trying to stay locked in. Try to, what I'm going to be on the tee box is kind of how I want to warm up.
My warm-up routine yesterday was to sprint to go grab something to eat, and I hit like 15 balls.
I know, right?
It was fun though. I had such a blast.
It's always fun hitting against you.
It's the best. Yeah. That was a good set too. You won it. We all hit it in the 60s at that time. Yeah. With that 50-mile-per-hour headwind, it was ridiculous.
It was. So we did have the most wind, I think.
It was just fun for me to try to figure out, because you sit here in the booth and I'm watching ball flight, but you don't
Sometimes
really know until you're actually on the grid. Yeah. I mean, to try to tell yourself, I want to hit high toe ball here in slot number 1. Yeah. And you miss by a little bit. Like I was saying with Reeves back, he was in slot 2 with me, and I was trying to go high toe, and I hit the shot, and they went OB. I'm like, I'm not even mad with that. No. Like I executed my game plan. I just gotta shut that face just a little bit.
James Tate with the club throw after he nails one right down the middle at 218.
He is locked in, and his personality is just very mellow.
Yep.
You know, he is such a funny dude, too.
He looks great.
Yes, he does.
A lot of the Euros look really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's a short one.
Yeah. That
the
actually,
record for the shortest.
I know,
well,
right?
yeah, because Schmuck was in the lead at 4 feet. Now Tate.
Oh, there we
is at-
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was funny. He slipped a little bit.
He's got it on the line.
Yeah.
220 right down the middle.
Yeah, I
is.
love it. It's so calm.
I hate not calling him his nickname, but
A
we'll
little
just call him
spinny.
Triple T.
A little spinny on that one. Hopefully
Yeah.
It is.
Get down.
But we talked
That should
about
be
like
good.
But
spin
that will
and,
actually
and,
be
and
pretty
speed.
good. Yeah,
380.
380. I've never seen such a like chill sword
I know.
in the side.
Triple T.
All right, we have asked everyone in this
390.
booth this question
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So you should be prepared.
I am prepared. I know
You're
my
prepared?
answer.
You already
my
know your
You
answer.
already
Yes.
know the answer.
Jimmy Carter.
Close
Let's
enough.
go.
Yes.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
what I'm
Oh, that
going.
wasn't the question though. I was
Oh,
gonna say,
no,
who's
that's-
the most famous person out of Georgia?
Oh, I'm still going
But,
Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
That's funny.
The old peanut farmer.
Look at Tate with
Tate looks
4 out of
great.
5 in play. Looks like
He's
he's
going
going to
at
punch
it.
his ticket to the round of
Yeah. Speed looks really good.
32 with 3 straight wins, unless Drew Cody.
380,
There you
390,
go.
390.
Cody just
Good
hit
one.
a hammered one. That's a big ball here. Let's see what this number puts up. I really like this ball from
That
Cody.
might move in the second.
Here we
You
go.
never know. That might be
Drum roll.
390
It could be
plus.
395. Yeah.
I mean, that was slot 1 has put up some huge numbers.
Yeah.
Really has.
So like you were talking about too, that high toe ball is really the one you want to go.
Oh yeah.
It takes a little bit of speed off it, but I think you're just launching it a little bit higher. It takes a little bit of spin off. And,
But keep that
does
right
seem-
here.
I mean,
that's the
when
one.
we talk about it, if you're sitting in the booth, like at the booth, you put the cameras back on us. When we say high toe, like you're going like, you know, like that much up and then that much over.
millimeters.
Yeah, you're not
You can
talking
kind of
much.
see how some of the guys set up to the ball. You kind of slightly see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting prepared for it. But
Yep.
thanks so much for being in the booth with us.
Of course. Thank you guys for having
Good
me.
luck
Costello.
later today.
We'll see you tomorrow,
It's always
buddy.
exciting to
Thanks,
see you where you
everyone.
belong.
See ya.
We're back. So great to have him in the booth with us. A lot of fun getting to watch that morning wave. Right now we're in Group 2 of round robin for the top 64, dwindling down to 16 players. Our schedule for today right now, we're at our 10 a.m. Group 2. We'll take a lunch break, go to Group 3 at 12:15, and Group 4 at 1:45, and then women's division. Preliminary rounds start at 3:30. But we are locked in the grid right now, watching Colton Casto with the lead right now at 367. But Will Hogue, yes, that last shot, big swing at 385. And I like this one too. Right down the middle, 216. It's just on a cloud, cruising in the air. That's going to be a big ball. I'm curious to see what number that comes back as. I'm not as good as Bobby. 386. I thought that would be a little bit further. Colton's still looking to find a groove, but he's on the grid. Henry Woodman just has a really good swing. He's really fast. I think that one's going to creep just a little bit outside, but Will Hogue right now in the lead at 386. Monster drive.
I'm ready for bottle number 7.
Chug, 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 chug. I mean, Colton Casto is so close to just being really, really consistent.
He's at 300 after the first 2 sets. When we put him at 500, James Tate is safely in. Just ran downstairs. He's like, what are my numbers? I'm like, good.
Fast.
That's it.
Will
Don't
Hogue
change
with
anything.
The step back. I like to call these the squeeze cheeks. You're always just like clenching tight to see if it stays in bounds.
Will's looked really good. Just in and around 210 on the last couple days.
Look at that. 385, 386, 388. That's one heck
Fire
of a set.
Marshal Will. That'll put him at 400 points. Unless Henry Woodman or Travis Aiken improve. Henry Woodman's going to take third. Castro's going to take fourth. Will's going to take it down. Castro will have 325 points after 3 sets. Still waiting on the last ball from Henry Woodman. It could be close enough to Castro's to where it could potentially be a tie. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but you're seeing the guys just, I mean, it's not humid, but I don't know. I feel comfortable with the jacket on right now, but we're going to be back right after this.
Get social with World Long Drive. Follow the longest hitters in the world on tour with exclusive behind-the-scenes content on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Watch every World Long Drive event on YouTube. Follow us at World Long Drive. This is Golf at Full Throttle.
Justin James. The man, the myth, the legend. The snapping turtle, the 2017. Or the 2017. I'm not delirious. I got 7 hours and 15 minutes of sleep last night on my Whoop. The 2017 world champ. I don't know if they voted yet, but I would say if I was a gambling man, that Justin James is going to be the 2023 player of the year with 2 wins, second place. Every tournament he entered made top 16, and a vast majority of them were top 8s. So JJ in 3, Patrick Rehrer in 1. Aaron Lenny hit a ton of balls in play the last couple sets. A really, really good ball striker, good hitter. Scott Littlefield in slot number 4. JJ is 0 for his last 8. Still looks very, very calm and cool.
I'm on.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that orange hat there.
Actually, his hat game has been strong this week.
Last couple tournaments, he had the visor going in.
He did have the visor.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sean switched it up on us. He went no visor. One event, truck hat.
He went the trucker hat in Utah. All right. Didn't see ball number 3 from Justin James. Didn't pick it up on Flight Scope. But you wouldn't know if he hit one 400 yards or he's OB. You know, I mean, he's just.
You would not know at all, but that one might be 400 yards. 227.
That's the fastest ball I've seen JJ hit in this tournament. 227.7, 1,500 spin.
Holy moly guacamole.
I call that my friend Cole Hupka. I call him Holy Cooley guacamole.
I like it.
Ball number 4 was hammered. Let's see what that number comes back at. JJ at 227 with very little movement.
Oh, I can't wait. We got to yell. Scott Littlefield down here.
That's a good ball from Scott. The 211. That was a bomb from Scott. That was 389. Bang. JJ's ball went 380.
Sheesh. I mean, I just like don't. Sorry, it's got me all choked up because I don't understand.
227 miles per hour, goes 380. And it was like a nice tight draw, you know.
It was a prototypical ball flight, and it just was shorter than the one he hit before, which I thought was a great hit, but not one of his best.
Well, Scott got all of it. He went 389 there.
Sheesh.
Justin James is going to have 300 points after 3 sets, and Scott Littlefield.
So would you say you want to stay between like 309 to 316.
Or 209 to 216.
209, yeah.
We talked about it with Costello, like a high toe ball that just kind of floats out right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just like stays in the air forever. I mean, that ball was hammered, 227, tight draw, and that ball came up 9 yards short of a ball that went 211. I mean, but it was center punched. I mean, Littlefield hit that perfect, and Justin hit that perfect. So, got to make an adjustment.
That is the game of
we're really
long drive.
We're seeing balls that go left to right, stay in the air. It seems like longer.
A little bit longer.
And they go farther.
Have a little bit further distance. And also, we've talked about these two ridges, right?
Yep.
And on the left side, it's a little bit higher.
He could have hit that side hill.
If you hit that side hill, it's going to be dead. But if you're hitting that left to right, it can kind of roll out a little bit more than it would, anywhere else on the grid. So we'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Okay.
I don't know.
AJ Catucci, Ryan Winter, Sam Judah, Jeff Schmuck. This is the last set here in the third round, so we will update you. But James Tate is in. A win from Sam Judah would put him at 500. That would put him in. He looks awesome.
What club head is he hitting?
The Cranke.
Crank. Okay, that's what I
The
thought.
Fire. Lance Rehrer with 2 wins. With Mr. DeChambeau, the DeChambino. Bryson did not make it this year after a runner-up at the World Championships to Martin Borgmeyer in 2022, and then he made a top 8 finish, Bryson DeChambeau, in 2021. All right, Sam Judah, a man who has not sold his tickets to the Alabama game tomorrow. Ball number 1, set number 3.
James Tate in.
Yeah, James Tate's the only one that's confirmed in right now. Winter right now is at 25 points, but a win from Winter would put him at 225 with 2 more sets to go. Jeff Schmuck
needs a win.
Would put him at 300 with a win. Sam Judah is AJ Catucci's second ball was a good ball. I really like that second ball from him. Schmuck is currently in the lead. AJ Catucci did hit a really good ball. Oh, he slipped. Hopefully he's okay.
It's one of those things when you slip, you just kind of got to let yourself fall with it.
That was pretty athletic right there to stay on his feet.
Caught himself there.
Yep.
Sam
Big
Judah
kid
in the
too.
lead. 375.
Look at Sam. What a stud. 216. Giza, he's got it in the tank. I like that number from him. And that one floated down that right side. Did that one stay in play? 3,000 spin.
We'll see. Sam Judah rocking. I mean, he's getting close to a Rob O'Beard.
Yeah.
And that's a good one.
When Rob didn't cut his hair for like 3 years. I mean, it was long. It was like longer than Kyle's too.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't as long as Jacob's. Good ball here from Sam Judah. Man, he looks so good right now.
Love that, holding that finish.
Let's see where this number goes. I mean, that if that doesn't go, 390, that has to go like 390 in my eyes. If Littlefield at 211 hit that same type of ball, 387, okay, that's good. I'm okay with that number. I'm okay with that number at 387.
Jeff watching this one. Trying to see if it came down.
There comes Turbo Cut Daily.
There it is.
And he spun it. You didn't spin it. It was 1,800. He spun the one that went, it was like 3,000. The one that was 67. Sam Judah is going to be on today, number 3.
A lot of tight numbers right here. 365, 366, 361. Sam Judah taking the win at 387. Still waiting for Jeff Schmuck's last ball. That was hanging really close, hugging to that left side.
Sam Judah with 4 out of 6 in play. You're going to have to sell them tickets, boy.
Who are they playing?
No. Must be a big game. have a long day to go.
Tennessee. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
They got beat by Tennessee last year. That most definitely is going to be a good game, but we'll be back right after this.
Competition is getting better and better, and so I need to as well to keep up with everybody else. So it's just going to be competing in as many tournaments as possible, trying to win as much as possible, and just have that confidence going into the World Championship that I can take home. I'm not the fastest guy out here, but I'm one of the most consistent, so I'm always concerned about having quality strikes. Tempo is key for me. If I can have good tempo, I'm going to put a lot of good golf balls in play.
There you have it, Brandon Flynn, one that served our country and also serving a lot of great swings here. So grateful for Brandon, and just really awesome to have someone like him a part of this tour.
All right, big set here for Colton. A win from Colton will put him at 525 and safely in. I do like Colton in slot number 4. I like the slot a lot better for him. Take a big deep breath and just kind of take that approach that, the 215 type of swing that he had so much control over on day one. Winther's got to get 2 wins in order to get in. He's at 50 points right now, but fully capable of getting 2 wins from Mr. Winther, the 2012 world champion. Colton 390, that a boy. Good job.
Whew.
So right now it's almost like the corners. You got 1 and 4 are putting up the biggest numbers. I mean, Scott Littlefield went, 389 and 4. And for me, like,
Drew Cody's biggest ball too.
Yeah, I loved that was my first set yesterday, and I said I felt like I had the ocean left. Like I couldn't miss. You couldn't miss. Still miss, but I mean, a ton of confidence. There we go. Colton Castro, love this ball flight.
Come on, keep moving in.
Stay in there. Like if this is in slot 3, 2, or 1, this is in play, and it's a long way. That was a bomb from Colton Castro.
Still working its way out of the sky.
There he goes. Good work there from Mr. Castro. That one's OB. Going to go to a little bit different of a setup here.
This one stays in by Winther.
That one's going to be tough to catch, though. I mean, I said Littlefield is in slot number 3, who just, as mentioned, went 389 in his last set. Scott Littlefield is at 275. At least the second place would put him at 375. That one's going to go OB.
Littlefield's so close.
Yep.
I mean, he's just a hair off.
Winther looks like he might have tweaked something there. Yep.
That'll be in, though.
Yep. Winther's hurting. He swings so hard. Almost not want to, look at slot number 1. Oh, God, he's swinging so hard.
Yeah.
Littlefield goes OB. He's going to put himself in a tough spot. He has to win the last set. He's going to be at 275 points. Now, a lot of times, people ask why they switch setups mid-set. A lot of times, they're going to go to a tighter dispersion shaft, especially when they're really fast, to get something in play. Like James Tate took that approach, and knew that he had a shaft that he was going to be slower with, but that he felt confident that he would get a ball in. Then he would go to a softer setup that he knows that he's faster with. And that was an impressive round for James Tate in that first set, where he takes a 4X shaft, goes 370-ish, 380, and then bang, goes 390 with a much softer setup. And we're seeing a lot of guys do that. Brandon Flynn's been doing it. Colton Castro just did that last set. But
I like to think a lot of it is kind of like a golf bag. You have certain clubs for certain things.
Yeah.
And that's the same when it comes to long drive. You have certain drivers that have different setups that can help you maneuver whatever it is. And sometimes it can come to you. I mean, we saw yesterday, middle of the set, it starts raining a little bit.
Yeah.
What club do you use for that?
Well, the most important thing when there's moisture is just making sure that face in the golf ball is wet, because if you get any moisture on the ball or face, the spin's gonna the ball could go literally everywhere. So they always talk about put some chapstick on your driver, go farther.
Whoa, look at the water that came out of that.
Said ground force.
Splish splash right there.
I got a bunch of text messages now. So I will read this after from Mr. Charles. He's trying to put me in a spot where I can save the voice, but I feel like I'm rallying a little bit.
Sound great. Brandon Flynn.
385. This morning was rough. Yeah, Elon came up to me at like 7 in the morning. He's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I couldn't even talk.
Doing sign language.
I was. I'm much better now. Brandon Flynn, 385. Let's see where Flynn's at. That would put him at 550. All right, so guys that I can say that are in, are going to be Tate, Casto, Judah. I mean, Judah just got to put a ball in play, but he looks so good right now. And what I like seeing from Judah was that like 216 ball.
Yeah.
He's got it in the tank when he needs it. I mean, he could run it up to 220 if needed. Travis Aiken, 378.
Oof, Brandon Flynn.
That one's a laser. So that ball right there will go. That's a little bit left of like the Littlefield ball that went 389. But slot number 4, it seems like the guys are really, really comfortable in that slot. And they should be too. I mean, if you look at the flags, it's going a little right to left. So if they can just hit a straight ball and let that wind kind of ride it out a little bit.
Let it turn it over.
Brandon hits it straight too, so that's a plus.
Aaron.
Just lighten up the grid. Aaron Lenny put so many balls in play.
I like that last one he hit. I think that's going to be.
Lenny's at 250
for
right now.
372.
Right now he would have 50 points, so it put him at 300. Flynn putting on a clinic right now, 385, 383, 383. Lenny improves to 379. That's a huge 50 points for Lenny for sure, because that would put him at 350 points. So second place next set could put Lenny at 450, which could be the bubble. 475 was the bubble last time.
Still waiting on Schmuck's second ball. Brandon Flynn locked in regardless. 370. It's a good movement up, but just not enough. Brandon Flynn's going to take the stat on this one. Aaron Lenny, 379.
Catch every single World Long Drive Tour competition right here on the World Long Drive YouTube channel. The Amateur, Senior, Women's, and Open Division Championship will be available on the Golf Channel. To stay up to date on everything WLD, follow us on social at World Long Drive.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Instagram, the Twitter, or do you say X? I'm not sure, but TikTok, all of it. So Sam Judah just needs to put a ball in play here. This is a big set for Victor and Henry. Victor wins, he'll have 350. Giving him a shot. And he definitely has it in him. If there's one person that can do it, there's a lot of them. But Victor is definitely one of them. Henry Woodman's been looking really good and really solid. Right now, all of them just looking to put a ball in play. Sam Judah. We've got a yell.
Little cut. Little turbo cut daily. And that's all Sam really needed. He just needed a ball and play.
Just a smidge of a cut. I think that third ball's a little longer. We've got some yells out there. Patrick Rehrer. That ball holding on. Henry Woodman.
Yeah, a win right here would put him at 425. So if this can hold up here in slot number 1, I feel like everybody's going to improve.
Wind's blowing a little bit more.
Yeah, right to left. Slot number 1. It's funny, if Sam can hit his draw instead of a cut right now, that'd be a lot better. Victor Bourget takes the lead at 367.
I think he feels that he's going to the bag to make a switch.
Yep. Obi left from Bourget and Woodman.
Here we go.
Patrick Rehrer improves to 73.
Big ball for Victor.
So a win here, this puts Rehrer back into the tournament here. With a win, he would have 300 points. Judah's going to go Obi left. Looks like Patrick Rehrer is going to take down the set. It's going to put him at 300 points.
It's not
Big
over
win
till
for
it's
him.
over.
Yep. He was at 100, and now he's at 300. Real quick.
Yeah, so we actually might have another playoff here, do you think?
It's shaping up to have one.
We have one more set, and we'll get some confirmed numbers. But right now, we can say Brandon Flynn, James Tate, Colt Casso pretty much in.
Yep. This is a big set for Justin James. He's at 300 points. A win would put him at 500. And just put a couple balls in play, because when he does put balls in play, they are going a very, very long way.
Very long.
Yep. So JJ will be in slot number 4. So if I had to pick a slot for him right now, I would love for him to be in 4. James Tate is just going to keep it rolling here.
And looking out right now at Justin James getting ready. He likes what he sees too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tate had 1,000 points in his first group or not, but I feel like he had the most points out of his group, and right now he's in the lead at 600.
Ryan Riesback definitely had 1,000. I don't know if we saw 1,000 again, but it was
Borgmeyer had 1,000.
That's right.
All right, Justin James is at 300 points after 3 sets. He won the first, took an OB, and then a second. He is in slot number 4. Just nice and relaxed. And Will Hogue. Will is at 400. A second or better right now. Would put Will in as well, I think, at 500.
And all these guys here can hit it 400 yards.
Looks like Tate hit a miss hit, but that one's going to be, it's OB. So
AJ Catucci, probably the only one so far with the ball in play. We'll see what that number comes out to be.
OB left for Will. JJ is OB.
A lot of speed right there. 226.
Yep. JJ looks, he's really fast right now. James Tate, I almost said his name. I almost gave him the nickname right there. Triple T likes his last one. That one looks like it's going to stay in play. He did the old sword.
Slow sword.
Yep. All right, Justin James, 3 balls left here. He's OB, really keying in on him.
Whatever ball goes in play, it's going to be a long way.
Yep. Tate likes this one as well. Good
there
ball here from
Justin
JJ.
James.
Hold.
That should be in play.
209. Miss hit, but that's a number. Did that one stay in? That is the question.
I liked AJ Catucci's first ball, and we're still waiting on a number there, but James Tate in at 383. I believe Justin James' 4th ball has to be in.
Close. Turn that one over. It's at 365. All right, Will Hogue is 0 for his first 5 as well. Will is at 400 points. He definitely doesn't want to go OB right here. He needs to get a number on the board. And he just hits it halfway decent. It's going to take at least second at the worst.
Hold.
This one's holding down that right side. It's going to be so close. Will Hoag's last ball. That was stayed in the air for a long time, too. JJ just hit a bullet. 227.7. That one stayed in the air forever, but it took up a lot of room right to left. But that one stay in play for JJ. James Tate just cruising right now.
He knows he just got one on the board, which is points.
That's a point.
That's all he needs.
That's 425. So
put that out. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Matt Stubbs, a long drive professional from Australia. This is my rookie year on season, and this is my long drive what's in the bag. So the main shaft I'm carrying at the moment is a Hypersonic D20. It's a CPM of 225. I find it really versatile. I can still shape all my shots, control my ball flight. That's the main one I'm using on the grid at the moment. I'm currently testing between the Cobra and the Paradigm long drive head. Not quite set on which one I want to settle on yet. I've also got an LD30 in the bag. If the wind's a little bit more into the face and need to flight the ball down a little bit more, I'll go to that shaft there. And then we have my speed and testing shaft. So when we're pushing PBs and going for speed records, we'll use a different shaft entirely. And for that, I got a couple of free flex shafts, really light, really bendy, get a lot of speed. And then the equivalent from Patterson is the D10. And then a couple of other shafts I'm working on at the moment. I've just got a TPT in the bag. The 20 high, so working on that one at the moment. We'll see if it stays in the bag. That's everything for now. Thank you.
The Rain Man himself, as we went off camera, goes, I wouldn't be surprised that's 394, 395. Look
JJ,
at it.
But you were right. You said it was 397, but it went 398.
0.2. Yeah, no, not at all. He called it.
Yeah, no, that I mean, finally a 227 ball put up a big number.
And even though it's going into that hill, didn't make a difference.
I mean, JJ was flying, and he couldn't hit that shot any other slot besides the one he was in. James Tate is on fire right now. He really is. So.
And he's starting this set with the TPT.
Yep. So triple T in slot number 4. Just cruising along. He's in easily. Ryan Winther, the 2012 champ, is mathematically eliminated.
It's crazy because James Tate is his seed. You would think he would be in the last set.
Triple T at 399. Well, yeah, that's, that's the
right.
Like we talked about the senior division bottom half. Like you have so many guys that haven't competed, and they're just like, these are some big names here.
These are top seeds.
And James in 2019, I don't know exactly what his world rank was, but it had to have been
402.
Top, I would say he was probably top 10. I would think so.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Because right now, he's number 1 with the longest ball of the day at 402. Just shy of longest ball of the tournament, held by Justin James at 403.
And he is a strong dude. I mean, if you sat there and you watched him, over the years, I mean, he does deadlifts, squats. He's just all lower half, just in very.
Rides the bike?
He doesn't ride the bike. I don't think so. He does walk everywhere, though, because, I mean, and St. Andrews is such a small town, you just walk everywhere. So he definitely gets his steps in. But Triple T at 402.
Man, Ryan Winther, he's definitely injured. It's hard to watch him swing.
So Henry Woodman would have to win, but right now I think the only guy that has a true chance is Aaron Linney. Needs to improve. He needs to go to 378 or more. He's going to put himself at 400. We did see Kyle Berkshire at 400 get in before he even hit his 5th set. So
I liked Aaron Linney's last ball, but it only went 363. Yep. Final ball here. He's got it in him. Furthest ball today is 379.
Very top heavy.
Ooh, a little skinny there.
What a start for James Tate. I mean, he has looked phenomenal the last 2 days. He's in the round of 32 easily. He cruised. He, as we say, autopilot a lot. He was on autopilot, cruise control, all of the above the first 2 days. Triple T is off with a 402 rocket. And it looks like Aaron Linney is going to improve to 400 points, so he will still be on the bubble. Victor Bourget is at 250. I mean, AJ Katucci's not out. None of these guys are out right now. None of these guys that we're looking at. I mean, even Drew Cody could potentially tie Aaron Linney. I mean, there's got to be so many things that happen.
Right at 400. Victor Bourget could take a win and bump
so
Aaron
you got Travis Aiken,
out.
Patrick Rehrer, AJ Katucci, and Drew Cody going up against each other. Rehrer winning that last set. He controls his destiny because if Rehrer wins, he's in. That he will be hitting right now.
Anybody's game right now. These guys get to control their destiny right here, right now. What shot are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, I mean, right now, Patrick Rehrer his longest drive is 373. Katucci's is at 370. Travis Aiken.
378.
Aiken's right there at 375 too. So Aiken, I feel if Aiken takes a second or better, he's in.
And Drew Cody in at 383 his longest ball today, so he could play a spoiler. Give himself a shot to move on.
So if Aiken hits a ball in play, Woodman's out at 373. So Travis Aiken just needs to put balls in play right now. Katucci, 376, good start. We're looking at Patrick Rehrer here in slot number 2. All right, he's a little pull cut like this one, 205. He's going to punch this one.
Switch out his clubs.
This is a good ball. This is exactly where he needs to hit it on this grid to put up a big number. He's got to go 376 or more right now. Rehrer wins, he's in. He's at 64. Katucci's at 76. A win for Katucci would put him at 425, which would jump Aaron Linney. Travis Aiken needs to put a ball in play.
Drew Cody's got a shot, but I think it's going to be – it's a little skinny, so I'm interested to see how far it went.
All right. Travis Aiken's ball is in play here. Ball number 4. Aiken. Mr. Aiken, we apologize. I've been calling you Travis Aiken all year.
Aiken's a good last name.
Aiken's better. Aiken's way better.
It's a good ball there by Patrick Rehrer. These guys.
Ooh, Drew Cody, 376.
Yeah. That was that one I was interested about.
This hurts AJ Katucci. This literally, that's the worst case scenario for him.
They tie.
Yeah, that would put him out. So, like, Aaron Linney, that's the best case scenario for him right now. Aaron Linney's going to have to sweat this out at 400 points.
AJ on his final ball here.
Because right now, it was a big ball here from Travis Aiken. Hit a big ball on ball 6. Big ball down that right side. Let's see. If you want to hit a high ball right, you want to be in slot number 1. That one stayed in the air forever. Does Travis Aiken take the lead?
2 balls were hit right there. AJ Katucci and Drew Cody at the end as well. Drum roll here.
364.
Oof.
So with that tie.
I know AJ's last ball was pretty good too.
54.
They're going to go out and measure it, make sure it's within 6 inches. If so, they're splitting these points.
So currently, it looks like Travis Aiken is going to jump Aaron Linney. He will have 425 points. Oh, Drew Cody now jumps AJ Katucci. So Drew Cody has 400. So him and Aaron Lenny are on the bubble right now because Aiken's going to jump.
Wow.
Aiken's going to jump Aaron Lenny, Andrew Cody. We'll be back right after this.
The longest hitters in the world are in Atlanta for a shot at the world title. Watch the World Long Drive Championship, October 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
All right. Jeff Schmuck. Victor Bourget, Will Hogue, Scott Littlefield. So let's take a peek. Travis Aiken and Will Hogue are already in at 425. If Scott Littlefield. I think we're back. If you guys can hear me, I'll just keep talking to the mic. This is set number 5. Victor Bourget and Scott Littlefield. I feel like these numbers are up. 425 is safely in. Right now, I feel like there would still be a playoff. So we do have like the totals in green at 425. But if Littlefield, Bourget could tie, no, they can't get there. They can't get there. So if Littlefield or Bourget win, they're in. Will Hogue is already in. He's just got to put a ball in play, but I don't think it's even possible to get a playoff right now. So Schmuck wins, he would be at 425. So Will's already in. If Littlefield, Bourget, or Schmuck win, they will be in to the finals. Littlefield's the only one on the board right now at 369. Victor Bourget is OB. Will Hogue has a ball down the right side at 379. Will could play spoiler. And if he does play spoiler and wins this set, Drew Cody and Aaron Lenny will go heads up in a playoff. So huge ball there for Drew Cody. It was 376 at 376, and then they bumped him up to 377. So Drew Cody is now on the bubble. They are rooting for Will Hogue right now to win this set. Which
Victor
it looks
just
like
needs to hit one over 378.
Scott Littlefield is down to his last ball. He needs to go 379 or more to advance, and it looks like he's going to go OB. Bourget popped this one up, and Schmuck hit one down the right side. Don't know if that's going to be good enough. But Will Hogue winning this set is going to put Drew Cody and Aaron Lenny in a playoff. They will have 6 balls, but we will wait after this.
Things are tight right now. I think we're going to see a lot more playoffs. It's our second one of the day.
Yep. Brandon Flynn, Colton Castos, Sam Judah, Justin James are going to hit next. And 425 was in. So Will didn't even have to hit the set, but I know that Drew Cody and Aaron Lenny will probably, he's a big bourbon and scotch guy or whiskey guy, so they might have to hook up Will Hogue right there, for this opportunity. Because if any of those other guys won, they would have got the Drew Cody or Aaron Lenny would have been knocked out. So.
And the dream is still alive here
It is.
in Atlanta, Georgia, at Bobby Jones Golf Course. Amazing facility.
It is.
They've been so kind to us as well. We've got Players Lounge upstairs. We've got a Players Tent provided by GF Sports down here. Huge shout out to GF Sports making this possible. We haven't been on a stage like this since 2019.
We will be on the Golf Channel.
Look at Mike Ambrose.
Yep.
The man behind all the operations.
But once again, I always want to tip the cap to Bobby Peterson, Ryan Riesback, Landon Gentry, Robbie Peterson, Seamus Powers. these guys. I know if I miss anybody, I don't think I am. But
Bobby Bradley.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you were part of that as well.
They kept the sport alive, during COVID. And we had 2 awesome world championships in Mesquite in 2021 and 2022. So, yeah, we got to give credit where credit's due. And the boys at the PLDA, who now are working with World Lawn Drive, did an unbelievable job to keep the sport alive. And we brought, a lot of eyeballs to the sport, like bringing guys like Bryson DeChambeau in. He helped out immensely. But, we got a couple world championships out of it as well, so someone still has that title. Kyle winning it last year, or in 2021, and Borgmeyer winning it in 2022. But, yes, this venue is awesome. I would definitely come back here again. And, selfishly, since I'm a South Florida boy, I wish it was a little warmer, but whatever. The weather is cooperated. It did rain last night, but it has not affected this tournament whatsoever.
The sun's coming out a little bit. It's a big ball. I think that's going to leak a little bit out for Justin James. But all these guys, they've secured their spots. And maybe we should go to the group chat and see who wants to buy some Alabama tickets.
Yeah. It's I was wondering, how's my battery dying? I forgot to take off. It's been on YouTube the entire time. Eakin, thank you. Sorry, Miss Eakin. I apologize. Send me your address. I will send a Christmas gift and an apology letter. Put some respect on it. I like it. We haven't looked.
Put some respect on his name.
We haven't even looked at this. I would have known right away. But, yeah, that's the best about having the chat in there.
Brandon Flynn, 387.
Yeah, he's gotten better and better as this day has gone on as well. Taking the approach that James Tate took today, using a more stout of a setup and then going to the lighter setup, where the dispersion won't be as tight, but the ball speed numbers jump. JJ here in slot number 4, still 0-4. But JJ put up some big numbers today, 227.
He likes that one. Right in the corner where he gets a lot of roll. We'll see if that one stays in. 414. Colton Casto.
Atta boy.
Longest ball of the tournament right there.
By a mile, too, by 11 yards. Justin James held that.
Sheesh.
For a lot of golf balls at 403. We saw James Tate at 402 and Cody Billinghurst at 401. Borgmeyer was close yesterday at 394. But Colton Casto
taking it away. 414. It is out there. The sun's beaming. We're going to see a lot of big numbers here. Right now, we're about to go to playoff with Drew Cody and Aaron Linney.
And I said, got the old pro ball player in Drew Cody and then Aaron Linney. And really what it comes down to when I look at someone like Aaron Linney is that I know that he is going to hit a lot of balls in play. Drew Cody's a home run hitter. He's swinging for the fences.
Home run derby right there.
He's okay with 1 for 6 in the grid.
Without a doubt, we saw him put up a big number. Was that 389 earlier today?
Yeah,
383.
And then he had to win the last set, which he did, and he won by a yard. He went 377.
Kept the hope alive, kept the dream alive, and we're going to see if he's going to continue that, or if Aaron Linney is going to continue on.
Said I don't know who the advantage is on. You always got to lean with the boy, that you played pro ball with. But Aaron Linney just putting balls in play.
He can do
it. I feel like it's a slight advantage to Linney just because of his accuracy. But if Cody catches one, he puts up really, really good numbers. He's a faster hitter. And he hits a cut, too. So, all right, here we go. USA versus the UK. Drew Cody looking patriotic.
Which one's from the USA?
I think it's Aaron Linney. I'm not sure. But, yeah, look at him. Stud. Drew Cody. He is a great dude. Just, there's something about a professional baseball player. You just know it when you see him, and there's that just instant bond when you start talking. So,
you guys probably know a lot of the same people, too. Y'all just start rambling.
Absolutely.
You're like, oh, wait, you know so-and-so?
Yeah. Well, he was a hitter. He knows. He knows I'd strike him out every time.
Uh-oh. We need to have a little contest out here.
Nah, he
pumping up the crowd.
He tee off on my fastball right now. If I even hit the strike zone. I was with Jose Batista last week. I was like, if I went on like a 12-week throwing program, what do you think I'd hit? He's like, I think you'd hit like 86, 87. I think it's possible, but I haven't thrown in a while. I throw with little man all the time, but I'm throwing T-balls at like 50 miles per hour. All right, here we go. Aaron Lenny, Drew Cody.
We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds away of seeing who advances on.
Yep. There we go. Lenny, as expected, to be putting balls in play, applying pressure. But you look at the club speed, it's drastic difference. Drew Cody is a faster hitter. And just trying to find the center of the club face for him. Aaron Lenny in 2. Drew Cody in 3. Didn't pick that one up on the Flight Scope Tracer, but it seemed like Cody liked it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I would say if a 70 ball would be good. There we go, 78.
Ooh. That is a number to chase.
And it is warmed up. I mean, I can feel it. The sun beating down on us right now. It's definitely getting warmer. And then
Drew Cody just holding off just a little bit.
Yeah, and Casto going 414. Would love to see where that landed. We'll get feedback. We do have access to not only the ball callers but the guys in the grid, kind of giving us an idea of how the turf is reacting to the golf ball.
Yeah, we got some good insight earlier this morning. That was only about a 10-yard carry. I mean, 10-yard rollout.
Yep.
Interested to see where it is now. 2 balls left as we dwindle down.
Yep.
We've got about a minute left on the clock.
So Drew Cody needs to take a big old deep breath. Or
Yeah.
you know what? It's a 2-0 fastball, and you know where it's going to be. He's got a belt-high fastball coming. He needs to just let it fly. Loosen up those hands. Relax. And just swing for the downs. Light tower power.
Oh, that was a better swing there.
Obi right. All right. Drew Cody needs to improve by 33 yards.
Aaron Lenny just came out the gate with the big
He's
one.
telling everybody to get fired up, Aaron Lenny down to his last ball. 3 out of 5 in play already.
And he put his back into that one.
Here we go.
He's going to miss that.
Cody's going to go OB. But tip of the cap, a pro's pro. Aaron Lenny takes down
Great set
this
by Aaron
playoff.
Lenny.
He will be in the round of 32. So the field is set for this second round robin. James Tate, Colton Casto, Brandon Flynn, Will Hogue, Sam Judah, Justin James, Travis Aiken, and Aaron Lenny. We're going to be back at 12:30 for group number 3. But the weather is cooperating now. We're going to be back right after this, wearing the same exact outfit.
Maybe. We'll see. All right.